I got to tell you, it was the coolest thing this past week when I took a really hard stance and I said, I'm totally against this. This is literally what we campaigned on not doing. And here we're doing the thing we said we wouldn't do. Like, why are we doing the thing we said we wouldn't do?
Oh, shut up, Marjorie. Just go along with it.
That's what I was told.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet you were.
Literally, shut up, Marjorie. I get that a lot. But no, this was so crazy to me. We're doing the thing that we said we wouldn't do. And when I spoke out against it, it was like just what you described. Two sides raging on the issue.
Yes.
The one side that was like, yes, we will defend Israel. We will defend them no matter what, against anyone. We'll send our children to die for them. We'll take all the nuclear bombs upon ourselves before we let anything happen to Israel. So we have that whole side. And war.
What is that?
I don't know. I don't know. And then we had the whole other side, which was all these people that came out of the woodwork from all over the place. Democrats, liberals, progressives, Republicans, MAGA, America First, flooding in. And it was an all range of things. As you know, the MAGA and America First people was like, I agree with MTG. She's right. And then you've got the people on the left are going, oh my God, what is happening to me? This is the end of the world. I'm agreeing with MTG. Like they're doing mental gymnastics because they're agreeing with me. And it was hilarious. But they're flooding my office with phone calls agreeing with me. And I'm sitting here going, hey, Republicans, remember we said we weren't going to do this? Imagine how much support we could have if we stuck with it. Like if we actually stuck with what we said and actually meant it, because now there's a lot of people that feel betrayed that we didn't stick with that.
I know.
And that's not what President Trump wants. Absolutely, that's not what he wants. You know, and I have to give him all the praise and credit. He bombed them and then he pulled out. Mm-hmm. Thank God. And I loved it when he dropped the F-bomb, talking to the press, and he was like, both of them have gone crazy.
You know what, we basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
I was like, inject this in my veins right now. This is exactly what I want to hear. But it was the two major reactions that blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind.
I do think and one of the reasons I'm so grateful that you flew all the way from your real job to come see us is that I think it's important to know whether you're going to fight for the movement that you've been in since 2016 and are really identified with. I mean, when you got to Congress, you were so for Trump and his ideas that your own party tried to expel you from the Congress.
Exactly. Literally.
They hated Trump.
Oh, they still hate him. I serve with so many people that hate his guts, hate him.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And I have argued with them so many times. I'm like, I love him. I love the man. I don't care about his flaws, whatever. I love him. Yeah. I love his fight. Yes. I love his passion. I love the fact that you cannot beat him. He will beat anybody and he will not give up. And that's what I love about President Trump.
Yeah.
But I serve with people that hate him. And right now they're having to do the dance. They have to play the game. They have to say the words, and they're all pretending. They're literally pretending, and they can't wait. To them right now, President Trump is a speed bump. They just have to get past that speed bump and then they will. It's only a few years away. They just have to play the game long enough and do the deed and not get a Truth Social put out on them,
right,
or have him, primary them or endorse an opponent against them. They have to do that. And then after that, it's going to be back to business as usual. Because you wouldn't believe it. Like the bills that we're putting together, the lobbyists that are coming in, tucking in what they want, big donors. Oh my goodness, the donors that came on board in this last election, new donors, totally different donors than we've ever had before. These big, like the AI tech bros, cryptos come around. There's a whole circle of donors that have all come around. Those aren't the only ones. And then you always have the military industrial complex.
Yeah.
All of them have come around and they're demanding their little things. And that's what they have all tried to tuck into the one big beautiful bill. So it's it's business as usual in Washington.
It's always been that way to some extent, of course, always. What I find different from what I thought it was anyway is this obsessive love of violence.
Mm-hmm.
That, like Tom Cotton, you could have dinner with him and disagree on anything. But if you raise a voice against bombing people, like
right.
Tom Cotton is upset. Like he wants to be able to kill people, period.
Yeah, I know a lot of my colleagues want to kill people.
What is that?
I think it's a darkness.
So you walk into my garage, my actual garage, one of the first things you see is a Liberty safe. We trust it. All my family's guns are in there, the guns I inherited, the guns I actually hunt with. I put the things I really care about in a Liberty safe. They've got a new pricing program on its Centurion line that makes it easier than ever to afford real protection, which is made in the United States. These safes are actually made here in Payson, Utah. Skilled American workers make them, and they are clearly a quality product. They're not that expensive. Prices start below $600. The Centurion line is the perfect product for first-time buyers. It's ideal for protecting your firearms, important family documents, anything you want to keep safe. My guns are right there, right now. Every American deserves access to high-quality, secure storage without spending money overseas. That's why Liberty is the best. LibertySafe.com. The whole Centurion line is there. Keep your family protected. You'll be glad you did. We are.
We're a country. Think about our culture. Ever since I was a little kid, we had movies that we saw movies where Russia's the bad guy and the hero in the story defeats the bad Russian, or there's a war movie where we defeat Russia or China, or it's whoever the bad guy is.
Yes.
And then the movies where we had war movies of defeating Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran, all these movies. And we've grown up with Hollywood telling us who the foreign bad guys are.
Yes.
And making these people our complete enemies and never humanizing them. And so, yes, and there's just this obsession with war and killing and murder.
Yes.
And that is sick. It's sick that America is cheering that we bombed another country. Now, okay, let's look at that. Yes, Iran they sponsor terrorism. They have killed our military, but our military never belonged over in the Middle East in the first place.
Of course.
I'll argue that all day long. But however, when people that hold power in Washington, D.C., like I do, but everyone I work with is just over the top excited that we may be going to war to kill people, they never think about the innocent people, or they don't care about the innocent people.
It makes them feel powerful. I have noticed there's a connection between the internal weakness in a person and enthusiasm for killing. So I've always wondered, like, why is it the people with the weirdest, most unhappy personal lives? And I'm really trying not to be mean, so I'm going to not use names, but boy, I know a lot of them just living there my whole life. Mm-hmm. They're the most enthusiastic about exerting force on other people, including like children and villagers and stuff. It's like really dark, but it makes them feel powerful. Like you almost never see a strong man get excited about killing.
No.
You see strong men who kill, but they always have mixed feelings about it. I had to do it, but.
Yeah, or we're ordered to do it. I met just this morning with one of my counties. They came up to visit me, and so we had this great breakfast and met with everybody there. And two different groups that were in the big group were veterans groups. And they were literally telling me this morning about how many veterans they are working with that live with the horrors in their mind of what they did, kicking in doors, going into some family's home, searching for enemies and terrorists. And, some of them killed the father of the family in front of their children. These are the horrors that our brothers, cousins, uncles, fathers, friends live with for the rest of their life, and they cannot function. They cannot have a normal life. Their marriages fall apart. They turn to drugs and alcoholism. They can't keep a job, and this is what it has done to them. So, Tucker, I totally agree with you. I don't know what is wrong with America that anybody cheers that on.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. We hope you'll subscribe to it. And by the way, you can hit the little bell on there and get notifications every time we produce a video. We hope you'll do that also.